Thank you so much for joining this afternoon. My name is Annette, and today's class, again, will be all levels vinyasa. I brought my blocks. I always like to use my blocks, especially now that I'm pregnant. But even when I wasn't, I love to use them, and I just like to have them nearby just in case I need them throughout my practice. All right, so we're going to start today's practice. We're going to start in child's pose. So you're going to bring your toes together, knees wide apart, bring your sit bones back towards your heels. You're going to reach those fingers towards the front of your mat, bring your forehead down. If this is really intense on your knees, you can always just lift those hips up a little bit higher. Begin to deepen your breath. Deep inhales in through your nose. And deep exhales out your nose. Long, slow, steady breaths. Let's all take a deep inhale in through your nose. And open your mouth, let it go. Inhale up onto all fours. We're going to do a few cat and cows here, making sure that your joints are stacked, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Inhale, belly down, shoulders down, gaze up. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, belly down, shoulders down, gaze is up. Exhale, round your spine. Doing a few more on your own, warming up your spine, maybe adding additional movements, maybe bringing your hips from side to side, maybe staying at one spot if that feels nice. Maybe you'd like to tuck your toes under, bring your hips back towards your heels. Coming back to neutral, and then tucking your toes, bringing your fingertips to face the sides of your mat. You're gonna rock from your right into your left. Maybe staying on one side if that feels nice. Bringing your fingers to face the back of your mat. Maybe staying here in stillness, or maybe just gently rocking from front to back. My right wrist is extra tight, so I do feel that tightness on my right wrist. Just being gentle with myself. Good. Bringing your fingers towards the front of your mat, coming into puppy dog pose, keeping your hips high, reaching those fingertips forward. Bring your forehead down. Come up onto all fours. Now we're going to begin to do some fire hydrants we're going to start with our left legs. So you're going to open our left leg and bring it back down. We're just going to do 10 of these. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to switch over to the right for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Extend that left leg behind you, left toes tuck under. Really reach that back heel towards the back of your mat. Press the floor away and gaze it slightly forward. Keep your belly in tight. Begin to elevate that left leg up to a hover. Point your toe. We're going to kick up for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to bend that left knee to our left elbow and extend back. Ready for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to do a vinyasa modified from here. Bring that right heel towards your right glute. I'm going to bring my palms about half a palm's width forward. Inhale, chest towards the front of your mat. Inhale. And as you exhale, come halfway down, squeezing your elbows tight, extend both legs behind you. Inhale, chest up, cobra. Exhale, come back onto all fours. Extend your right leg back behind you, right toes tuck under. Really reach that right heel back, stretching the back of your leg, your calf. Begin to elevate that right leg to a hover. Point your toes, keep your belly tight. We're gonna kick up for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee to right elbow for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Modified vinyasa. Left heel towards left glute. Bring your hands half of palms width forward. Inhale, chest towards the front of your mat. Exhale, come halfway down. Then all the way down. Extend both legs behind you. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, come back onto all fours. Tuck your back toes under. Bring those knees up for your plank. Keep pressing the floor away. Hips up and back for your first downward facing dog. This may feel intense if it's the first time you're doing your downward dog for the day. Totally fine. You can always bend your knees. You can straighten them out. But remember, you don't want locked knees, so you don't want to completely lock out. You want to have like a micro bend, micro bend. You can stay in stillness or maybe begin to pedal out your feet, bending one knee then the other. Inhale, heels up high. Exhale, bring your heels over to your back right corner of your mat. Keep pressing your hands down towards the earth. If you want a bigger stretch, tent your left fingertips and crawl it over to the front left corner of your mat. You're gonna feel that stretch on that left side. Come back to center, reaching those heels up high. Inhale. Exhale. Heels over to the back left corner of your mat. And again, if you want something deeper, come onto your fingertips on your right hand, crawl your right fingertips to the front right corner of your mat. Come back to center, reach those heels up high. Keeping those heels high, exhale, bring your belly towards your knees. Press the floor away. Now melt your heels down. Inhale here. Exhale, shift into plank. Inhale, hips back. Exhale, shift into plank. Inhale, hips back. Exhale, shift into plank. Inhale, hips back. Exhale, shift into plank. 2 more. Inhale, hips back. Exhale, shift into plank. We're gonna do 1 more. We're gonna hold it. Okay, right? Ready? Hips back, shift into plank. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go through your vinyasa modified or full out. If you want to do your modified, come down onto your knees. If you want to do it full out, keep your knees up. Come halfway down, then all the way down to your belly. Inhale up into your upward facing dog or cobra. Tuck your toes under, hips up high. Downward facing dog. Come back to that breath. Now you're going to step your feet as wide as your mat. Now you're going to begin to crawl your hands back towards your feet. Heels in, toes out, hips down for your prayer squat. So for all of us, this may look a little bit different. If you need a block, you can always bring a block underneath you. So if it makes it a little bit more comfortable. Bring your hands to heart center. Elbows pressing your knees back behind you, spine is long. Come back to that breath. Good. Hands down, hips up. I'm gonna remove that block to the side. Heel toe your feet so they're hips width apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Shift your weight forward towards the balls of your feet. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees. Coming into chair, chest up. Arms come up, sit low. Inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together, elbows out, heart up, chest up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sit into chair. Woo. Hinge forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crawl it out into your plank pose. Stay here in plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down onto your forearms. Come onto your right forearm. Stack your feet, reach that left arm up. We're gonna switch it over to the opposite side. Left forearm down, stack your feet, reach that right arm up. Flying arm down, forearm down. Come back up into your plank. You're gonna crawl back towards your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hinge forward, forward fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time, bend your knees a lot, grab opposite elbows, allow your head to grow heavy. Shift your weight forward towards the balls of your feet. Maybe you'd like to shift your weight from your right foot and then to your left. Maybe you shake your head yes, or maybe you shake your head no. Release your grip, inhale, halfway lift. Remember here that you're really shifting your weight forward towards the balls of your feet. You're pointing your tailbone up towards the sky. Hinge forward, forward fold. Coming into chair, bending your knees. Chest up, arms come up to chair. Now bring your weight onto your right foot as you extend that left leg forward. Try to keep your left toes flexed. Bring that left ankle on top of your right thigh. You're gonna sit low into your chair. If you have a more advanced practice, you can always hinge forward and maybe have your hands touch the earth, fingertips or actual palms. Staying here for 3, 2, 1. Come back to chair, sit low. As you stand up, shift your weight onto your left foot. Extend that right leg in front of you. Right ankle on top of left thigh. You're gonna sit low. Flex your left foot. Come back to chair. Inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together, elbows out, heart up, chest up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come back to forward fold. You're gonna crawl back into plank. You're gonna stay here in plank for 5 seconds. I'm gonna move my mat just a little bit further back. You're gonna stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or full out, and meet us in downward facing dog. Awesome job, yogis. Reach that right leg up and back. Now this is gonna be very similar to what we did in the beginning, but we're gonna shift ourselves into plank with that right leg covered. We're gonna kick that leg up for 10. If you'd rather bring that left knee down, that's totally fine. Okay, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know what's coming next? Right knee to right elbow. Extend back. Right knee to right elbow. Extend back. Ready? You got 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right foot on the outside of your right hand coming into lizard lunge. So your back knee could be down. If you rather tuck your back to under and lift that left knee, you totally can. I'm gonna stay here with my left knee down. My spine is long. I'm gonna step my back toe. I'm gonna lift my left knee up. Bring your back foot to the outside of your left hand. Now we're coming back into that prayer squat. Now on the front of our mat. Hands to heart center, elbows press your knees back. Good, hands down, hips up, coming back into chair. Heel toe your feet so their hips width apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Now chair. Bend your knees, chest up. Arms come up, chair. Inhale, stand all the way up. Reach your arms behind you, clasp your hands behind your lower back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, extend those arms back. Stay here, look forward. Now you're gonna inhale, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge forward, forward fold. Allow your arms to grow heavy over your head. Shoulders away from ears. Bend your knees as much as you like. And release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, you're gonna plant your hands down. This is our first opportunity for crow. Bend your knees. So knees are pointing out towards the corners of your mat. If you already have crow in your practice, come into crow. If you wanna practice, you're gonna come high up onto tippy toes, bend your elbows, place your knees on top of your triceps, squeeze those elbows in tight together, look forward, shift onto your tippy toes, grip the mat a lot. Maybe one toe comes up and maybe the other toe comes up. Keep squeezing everything super tight. Then when you're ready to move on, you're gonna step back, jump back into plank, go through your vinyasa, and meet us in downward facing dog. Come back to your breath. Reach that left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Keep that left leg up as you shift into your plank pose. We're gonna kick up for 10, ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left knee to left elbow, reach it back. You got 9 more. Ready? 9, 8, 7, 6. You can bring that right knee down if you want. 5, 4, just 3 more. 3, 2, last one. 1. Left foot on the outside of your left hand. I'm gonna bring my right knee down. You can keep that right knee up if you want. Lizard lunge, spine is long, gaze is forward. Come back to that breath. Tuck your back toe under, lift that right knee, step your back foot to the outside of your right hand, sit low. Hands to heart center, pressing your elbows against your knees, spine is long. Hands down, hips up, heel toe your feet so their hips width apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Come into chair, bend your knees, chest up, arms come up, chair. Weight is back towards your heels. As you stand up, bring your weight over to your right foot, extend that left leg in front of you. Left ankle on top of right thigh, sit low. Maybe this time you hinge forward, maybe your fingertips touch the mat this time. Bring that left knee to chest, step your left foot all the way back. Straighten out that right knee, frame your front foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chest towards leg. You're gonna crawl your right hand on the inside of your right foot. Bring your hands to the long left side of your mat. Both toes face towards that left side. So you're in that wide straddle fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chest towards leg. You can have your hands where they are. You can slide your hands in the same line as your feet, or you can bring your hands through your legs, allowing your head to go heavy, micro bending your knees. Keep shifting your weight towards the balls of your feet. If you want to go upside down here, and if it's in your practice, you can come into classical headstand. You can come into tripod headstand, any variation that you like. Bring your hands underneath you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Begin to crawl your hands over to frame your left foot. So now we're facing the back of our mat. Bend that back knee, stand all the way up, reach that right leg in front of you, flex your right toes. Bend your knee, right ankle on top of left thigh. You're gonna sit low, hands to heart center. Again, if you want, you can always bring your hands down to touch the mat or your blocks. As you stand up, you're gonna step your right foot all the way back behind you, frame your front foot, extend that left leg straight. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chest towards leg. Crawl your left hand on the inside of your left foot. Begin to crawl your hands back to the left long edge of your mat. Both toes face that left side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hinge forward, forward fold. You can leave your hands where they are, or maybe bring your hands at your ankles and begin to bring your chest closer and closer towards your legs. Elbows point out to the sides of your mat or towards the front of your mat and towards that back. Good. Crawl your hands to frame your right foot. So now you're facing back to the front of your mat. Reach that right leg up and back. We're gonna come into half pigeon. Bend your knee to nose, right shin down onto the mat. Extend your left leg behind you. Making sure that your toes are pointing directly back. They're not to the right, they're not to the left. You're not leaning on your right hip. If you are, bring a block, a blanket, or a bolster or pillow underneath that right hip. Then inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, then begin to hinge forward towards the front of your mat. You can stack your hands as a pillow. You can use an actual pillow, or you can even use a block to rest your head on top. I'm gonna stay here for a few breaths. Gently come back up. Bring your hands down, chest is up. Now I'm gonna lean on my right hip. I'm gonna open up to the long edge of my mat. My feet are flexed. Bring your hands behind you first and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Keep your toes pointing up. Now, if you can release your hands and your spine is still upright, then maybe you can begin to hinge forward into your forward fold. Again, this part is optional. Only hinge forward if it feels nice. Again, discomfort is okay, totally fine. Pain is not okay. So pain is your body telling you like, hey, I don't move that way, back off. Discomfort is like, okay, I've never felt this before, doesn't hurt, feels kind of nice, that's okay. But pain, not okay. You're here for 3, 2, 1. Crawl your hands back towards your body. We're gonna come back up. Now we're gonna face the back of our mat. So we're gonna bend that left knee, so left ankle towards your left hip. We're gonna bring our hands towards the back of our mat. Bring the top of your right toes to touch the earth. So your fingernails are down, your toenails are pointing down towards the earth. Again, you're not leaning over to your left hip. You're stacking everything. If you need a block, you're gonna grab a block and place it underneath that hip. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hinge forward into that half pigeon. Back. We're going to open up wide again. Flex your feet, extend that left leg out towards the back of your mat. Bring your hands behind you, squeeze your shoulder blades together. If that feels nice, you're going to stay here. If you want something deeper, then you can hinge forward for that deeper stretch. Gonna gently come back up. You're gonna bend that right knee. Bring your hands towards the front of your mat. Extend that left leg behind you. Now I'm gonna come onto both of my knees. I'm gonna tuck that back toe under. I'm gonna lift that left knee up. Step your right foot back. You're gonna come into downward facing dog. So this is the last downward facing dog of our practice. If you wanna do vinyasa, come into your vinyasa now. If not, you can stay here. You're gonna do your vinyasa, shift yourself into plank, come halfway down and all the way down to your belly. Inhale up into your upward facing dog or cobra, and hips back, downward facing dog. Let's all take a deep breath here. Open your mouth, let it go. Bring your knees down. You're gonna sit back onto your knees. I'm gonna face you so I can see you. You're gonna close your eyes, bring your hands on top of your thighs. Come back to those full deep breaths. If this is really uncomfortable, you can come into a more comfortable seated position. If you have a bolster, a pillow, or a block, you can always place that underneath you too, just so that can elevate you a little bit higher. Just mine. Bring your left hand on top of your heart, right hand on top of your belly. Let's take a deep inhale in through your nose. And exhale out your mouth. Let's do 2 more of those. Inhale deeply in through your nose. And open your mouth, let it go. Now the way that we're gonna end this practice, we're gonna bring our legs up the wall. So you have a few options here. If you don't have a wall, that's okay. You can go on your back and just simply lift your legs up. I'll show you how. Just gonna simply bring your legs up. It's more comfortable if you have a wall. If you do have a wall, you're gonna come onto your wall, bring your legs up, flex your feet, bring your arms beside you, palms face up. You're gonna stay here for a few minutes. Allowing your breath to come back to its natural state. You can close your eyes. If you have a more advanced practice and you have classical headstand and you rather come into a classical headstand, you can also do that. The point is to have your feet over your heart. So whatever you choose, legs up the wall, bring your legs up, closing your eyes. Come back to that breath. Slow it down. There's no more effort here. You've reached your final resting pose, Shavasana. gently begin to allow movement back into your body. Slowly begin to bring your legs back down onto the floor. As gentle as you can, come into a seated position. With your legs crossed in front of you. Bring your hands to your heart center and bring a slight tilt of your chin towards your heart. Inhale deeply in through your nose. Open your mouth, let it go. So that one more time. Inhale deeply in through your nose. Open your mouth, let it go. Bring your hands to your third eye in between your eyebrows. Coming back to this place of peace whenever you need it. Coming back to that breath. And remembering that discomfort's always okay. Knowing when to let go and when to go deeper. Thank you so much for sharing your energy this afternoon. And thank you so much for allowing me to guide you in today's practice. Namaste. Thank you, yogis. Once again, my name is Annette. If you have any questions, you can always contact me. You can DM me on Instagram. I'm at Annette Romo Yoga. You can also email me at AnnetteRomo@icloud.com. If you're interested in looking into more videos of mine, I have a couple of classes on my YouTube. You can search Annette Romo Yoga YouTube and I should pop up. In the future, I plan to record these sessions and post them on my YouTube so you can also have access to these 30-minute classes. Again, thank you so much for sharing your afternoon with me and have a great rest of your day. Thank you.